y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Tanea coming here with a juicy video for you today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so make sure you subscribe because I'll be having like fitness content, vlogs. I do reviews on food and I travel here and there, so I might give you some tips on traveling, baby. So before I get into this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and let's get into it. So a few weeks ago, I went to Tulum, Mexico, and baby, it was nice. And for those of you who are talking about people are going to Tulum too much, stop hating, okay? Tulum is beautiful, and if you have the money to go, by all means go. But the people making comments about Tulum is the new Miami, the Tulum is the new Vegas, mind your business. Stop hating. Damn. But anyways, I am going to get into this video. So I had asked on my Instagram, which is right there. Follow me on Instagram because it's so much fun there. I asked on my Instagram if anybody had any questions about Tulum, Mexico, if anybody was traveling there and they had any questions for me. So I compiled 10 questions together just to give as much information as I can. Also, if you look in the description, I have provided you with this lovely reference sheet about Tulum. It has information about restaurants, transportation, excursions, what you should bring, just some details about the cenotes and all of that. Any further questions, I can just like upload and fix up that document for you, but you can view it, you can download it, you can do whatever you want, you can share it with your friends, you can do whatever, okay? Because I have all the good information. I spent time making that for y'all and I'm so excited that I did it. I'm gonna get into the questions, just that I have my laptop here, so if you see me looking down, it's just to make sure that I'm hitting all points and making sure that I'm answering your question fully, okay? So let's get into this first question. Did you stay at a resort? I did not stay at a resort. Tulum, to my knowledge, actually does not have resorts. They have hotels, which is on the main street, downtown Tulum, and then you have Airbnbs where they're outside of the downtown area. Airbnbs are actually very popular in Tulum. If you see, most people stay at Airbnbs because it's more cost effective. It's a little cheaper to stay in Airbnbs, and hotels are cheap as well. You just have to find the really good deals. But the only good thing that we decided when I went to Tulum, that Airbnb would be best for us because we'll be able to hire a chef and we can save some money on food. My Airbnb was about 10 to 15 minutes away from downtown Tulum. Depending where I wanted to go specifically in downtown Tulum, that's how far it was. How did I get to Tulum? I got to Tulum through a cab service or a car service, whatever you want to call it. But when you get off the airplane, you go through the exit, immigrations, and then you go to baggage claim. And as soon as you, in the Cancun airport, as soon as you get out of baggage claim, there is literally about 20 cab car services there. And they are trying to sell, baby. They're like, come here, come here, come here, come here. And it's overwhelming. I am not going to lie. It's very overwhelming. But if you don't book your transportation to Tulum in advance, you can definitely hire somebody as soon as you get there. You still have some patience in you after that flight that you've taken. You can shop around. You can go to different vendors, different booths in the area where the services is at and see their deals. A lot of them, when we went, a lot of them have projected on their televisions 30% off like the service. But that might be something they do every single day. It's probably not really anything special, but it makes you feel special, you know? So you can go and shop around and see their prices. Definitely, seek out the best deal you can get. You can definitely do that. When booking your car service, I will highly recommend that you do round trip because it's going to be cheaper. And also, like, you don't have to worry about, dang, who's coming to pick me up when I have to go to the flight. So with the car service that we chose, they did round trip. So we only had to wait about like 15 to 20 minutes before our car came and took us to Tulum. They drive really fast. They was driving so fast that a New Yorker like me had to put on her seatbelt. I had to put on the seatbelt because they were zooming. So I was a bit scared. But when you're returning, they're gonna pick you up 4 hours before your flight, because they make a time frame for 2 hours of travel and then 2 hours normal airport standard thing. Would you suggest booking excursions in advance or booking excursions when you get there? So I will definitely suggest that you book your excursions when you get there, because you will get better deals. Did I follow an itinerary? I actually did follow an itinerary. I just think it was easier to plan and have everything, like a glimpse of everything I wanted to do. Usually when I go on vacations, it's always just like, okay, we wake up and we like, all right, what are we doing today? And we spend time that we could be doing something, trying to figure out what exactly we're trying to do. So in advance, I was just watching like a lot of YouTube channels. I was asking other people that went to Tulum about their like experience, what did they do, and kind of put that all together. So we went from Monday to Saturday, and I just planned out the days, and I was like, these are things I know I want to do exactly, and if I don't do these things, then my Tulum trip is not, you know, is not it. As I said before, I created an itinerary for myself, so I actually put it in the reference sheet that I created for you down in the description, so you could download that and you could check out the places I went to and the things that I did, and I have it literally word for word everything I did on every single day. So it would definitely help you if you want to create an itinerary as well. How was it traveling during COVID-19? So I traveled before during COVID-19. I went to Vegas, but the Mexico experience was definitely different from Vegas because of requirements. So I'm gonna tell you about the plane experience. Wear a mask, make sure you have masks, make sure you have your own sanitation wipes and also your own Purell or hand sanitizer. I went through Delta and they provided me this little squirt of hand sanitizer, but that wasn't enough for me. A lot of airlines do state that they clean and they purify the plane before people get on it, but honestly, I don't feel comfortable. I need to see it myself. So bring your own wipes. Just wipe it down yourself. This is where I clean when I get on the flight. So I clean the whole seat. I clean the handles area. I clean the window area. I clean the TV. I clean the tables. I clean the light at the top. I clean the air condition. I clean the little axe for help thing. I clean literally everything. Oh, and also the little thing that holds like the paper and stuff. I clean that as well. I clean literally everything I can think of that somebody's gonna touch. And also your seatbelt. You literally wipe everything that people touch. Just that's it. Just that. And then do research on your airline, because some airlines actually don't block off the middle seat. So just do research on your airline, see what airline you're going through, and see their precautions of when it comes to COVID-19. Also, when you're on the flight, the only time you can take down your mask is to drink or to eat. Just when you get up, go to the restroom, you know, just wash your hands. Everything you would do in your hometown is the same thing you should do abroad. Mexico required a COVID test, and also do you have to complete questionnaires? No, Mexico actually does not require you to come to Mexico with a COVID-19 testing. You can just go freely. You don't have to take the test. And they make you take a lot of questionnaires to complete to make sure that you don't have any symptoms. The reason for the questionnaires is really to help them track, like, if anybody has COVID, to contact the people who were in contact with that person. So questionnaires are literally less than 2 minutes. Just do them. It helps New York City and also Mexico to track how many cases they have. So don't complain about it. Just do it. And baby, New York City, these quarantine people, they've been contacting me every single day. Like, are you quarantining? And I'm like, dang, y'all not playing. They called me everything. My mother said, she asked me the other day, she was like, they called you? And I was like, yeah. They've been texting me. They've been blowing up my phone. Did I feel comfortable or safe in Tulum? Yes, I definitely did feel safe. It just gives me a happy, jolly feel. Like, everybody's so happy. But I guess, once again, everybody's on vacation, so it's fun. But also, I would just say, as someone traveling as a Black woman, safety is very big to me. But it's also important just to keep your eyes open and be aware of your surroundings, no matter where you go. So it could be safe as hell, but you don't know people's intentions. Some people are just you know. And also, it's very important if you're traveling to Tulum by yourself, don't tell people any details. Sometimes you get into conversations and people ask you things such as like where you're staying, how long you're staying for. If you're with nobody else, do not share that information. And when you're traveling in Tulum, also make sure that you travel everywhere with a buddy. Like, just always make sure that you know where everybody is. Safety in regards to COVID-19 is very interesting. Some people wear masks, some people don't. And every cab service that I took or any service that was around me, they did wear masks, especially in restaurants and stuff. So that just made me feel a little bit more comfortable. But other people, you know, some people have their outlook on COVID-19. Some wear masks, some don't. Just do what's best for you. Do you have a budget for this trip, etc.? I actually did have a budget for this trip. My budget for this trip was $1,000 to $1,500. And the reason I did that is because I like to save. I like to go on trips. I like to travel a lot. I like to do things that I like to do. So I don't splurge. Okay, if I can find a budget and figure out a budget for something, I'm definitely gonna do it. And I was able to stay on that budget. I actually came home with some, it was not a lot of money, but I came home with some of my budget that, you know, I planned for myself. So I was planning this trip for a whole year. So October 2019, me, my mom, my sister, and my godmother, we was like, where are we going? How much? What's the projected cost? So we got kind of lucky because our flights was pretty cheap due to COVID. Pricing went down really fast for flights, so we was able to get cheap flights. And then also our Airbnb was fairly cheap. I think we paid about $60 or $70 per night. It was 4 of us, so we were able to split it. If you would like to know how I budget and save to go on these trips, please feel free to comment down below because I would be more than happy to make a video for you. Should I exchange my money? Yes. I don't even have to think about it. Yes, exchange your money. I say exchange your money because just listen, hear me out. I would say not to exchange all your money because the pesos do, like with currency, the value changes. So one day you exchange your US dollar and you'll get more pesos for it, but the next day you can, you know, get less pesos. When you come back to the United States, you will be charged for a conversion of your currency, and nobody got time for that. Restaurants, cabs, all of that, they charge you a fee to convert the money. They put it on you. Okay, they're like, oh, you want to pay $20? Well, now it's $25 because now we gotta take this money to the bank and convert it to pesos. So make sure you have pesos on you because that conversion fee is something. It really is something. Is Tulum affordable? Now, question yes and no. Restaurants that are part of a beach club are pretty pricey due to the fact that it is a beach club, but you can find local restaurants on the downtown strip or just outside of downtown Tulum, which is a bit cheaper. I mentioned earlier, but I had a chef for breakfast and dinner, so that was like very cost effective. But we had lunch outside and we was really confused why we was paying so much money and we were not getting a lot of food to lunch, and we was paying like $150 just for lunch, and we were so confused, like what the heck. We went to a public beach and we only spent $35, and the amount of food we got at the public beach and then the amount of food we got at a beach club the day before, it was literally the same, but the bills were completely different. Excursions, you can find very good deals. Biking is really fun and is very much so cheap. And we paid $10 to rent our bike and we had 24 hours. It was a 24-hour rental. So I know you can rent a car. When you get to Cancun, you can rent a car, but car rental the insurance can be pretty pricey, being that you are not from Mexico. And also downtown Tulum does not have a lot of parking areas. It's very hard to find parking, and if you rent a car, you're gonna have to pay for parking. So the local cab services, but over time the local cab services do become expensive. As I said before, due to Tulum becoming very popular, pricing is going up. It's like any place, is when something gets popular, the demand for it get tired, so they're gonna charge more. I answered all of your questions. Before I go, I want to point out one more thing. Please make sure you bring sunblock with you, and also bring some high powerful bug spray. They ate your girl up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a like, comment down below anything you want to say to me, and make sure you hit that subscribe button because your girl has so much more videos coming up, and I love y'all so much. Thank you. Bye.